Queen Charlotte, A Bridgerton Story. Queen Charlotte, A Bridgerton Story is a drama limited series created by Shonda Rhimes for Netflix. The series is a prequel spin-off of the Netflix series Bridgerton and focuses on young Queen Charlotte's rise to prominence and power. The series premiered on May 4, 2023, and consists of 6 episodes. Netflix limited series or program. Premise: the spin-off miniseries revolving Queen Charlotte consists of 2 plot lines, one in the present of Bridgerton, beginning 1817 with the death of the royal heir Princess Charlotte that causes the Queen to pressure her children to marry and produce another royal heir. The other begins 1761 with Charlotte meeting and marrying King George and explores their marriage and his mental illness. India Amartyphio as young Queen Charlotte 1761, Io Ando as Lady Agatha Danbury, a sharp-tongued, insightful doyen of London society 1817. Michelle Fairley as Princess Augusta, King George's mother 1761. Ruth Gemmell as Violet, Dowager Viscountess Bridgerton, mother of the Bridgerton children 1817. Corey Milcreast as young King George III 1761. Golda Rochouval as Queen Charlotte 1817. Ursula Thomas as young Lady Agatha Danbury, Queen Charlotte's Lady-in-Waiting 1761. Sam Clement as young Brimsley, the Queen's Secretary 1761. Freddie Dennis as Reynolds, the King's Secretary 1761. Hugh Sachs as Brimsley, the Queen's Secretary 1817. Julie Andrews as the voice of Lady Whistledown, an author of gossip columns 1817. Tunji Kasim as Adolphus, Queen Charlotte's brother 1761. Cyril Mree as Lord Danbury, Lady Danbury's husband 1761. Paivan Sadegian as Coral, Lady Danbury's maid 1761. Ryan Gage as the Prince Regent, Queen Charlotte's eldest son 1817. Joshua Riley as Prince Adolphus, Queen Charlotte's 7th son 1817. Jack Michael Stacey as Prince Edward, Queen Charlotte's 4th son 1817. Seamus Delaney as Prince William, Queen Charlotte's 3rd son 1817. Eliza Capel as Princess Sophia, Queen Charlotte's 5th daughter 1817. Neil Edmund as the Earl Harcourt 1761. Richard Cunningham as Lord Bute, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom 1761. Connie Jenkins Greig as young Violet Ledger 1761. Guy Henry as Dr. Monroe, the King's physician 1761. Keir Charles as Lord Ledger, Violet's father 1761. Sabina Arthur as Princess Elizabeth, Queen Charlotte's 3rd daughter 1817. Ben Curra as Prince Augustus, Queen Charlotte's 6th son 1817. Harvey Amin as Prince Ernest, Queen Charlotte's 5th son 1817. Felix Brummer as Prince Frederick, Queen Charlotte's 2nd son 1817. Katie Brabin as Lady Vivian Ledger, Violet's mother 1761. Helen Cothop as Princess Augusta, Queen Charlotte's 2nd daughter 1817. Sophie Harkness as Princess Adelaide, wife of Prince William 1817. Florence Dobson as Princess Victoria, wife of Prince Edward 1817. Isaiah Ajiboye as Dominic Danbury, Lady Danbury's son 1761. Lamar as Lord Smythe-Smith 1761. Nicola Alexis as Lady Smythe-Smith 1761. Harry Olmosel as the Duke of Hastings 1761. James Fleet as King George 1817. Episodes. The series was announced in May 2021, with Shonda Rhimes set as showrunner and writer. Rhimes also serves as executive producer with Betsy Beers and director Tom Verica. Anna O'Malley serves as producer. The series consists of 6 episodes. In April 2022, production designer Dave Arrowsmith was fired due to allegations of bullying on set. March 30, 2022, Golda Rochouval, Io Ando, Ruth Gemmell, and Hugh Sachs were announced to be reprising their roles from Bridgerton. India Amartyphio, Michelle Fairley, Corey Milcreast, Ursula Thomas, Sam Clement, Richard Cunningham, Tunji Kasim, Rob Maloney, and Cyril Mree were also cast. In June 2022, Katie Brabin and Keir Charles were cast in recurring roles. 1 month later, Connie Jenkins Greig joined the cast as a young Violet. Bridgerton series was previously set to begin filming in January 2022. Production began on February 6, 2022, under the working title Jewels, and was set to wrap in May 2022. Director Tom Verica confirmed filming had started by March 28, 2022. The series wrapped on August 30, 2022. Release: Queen Charlotte, A Bridgerton Story was released on Netflix on May 4, 2023, and consists of 6 episodes. Soundtrack: Chris Bowers, who scored both the first and second seasons of Bridgerton, was redesigned to work on 2 original soundtrack projects for the series through Sony Music. The first one, Queen Charlotte, A Bridgerton Story soundtrack from the Netflix series, was supervised by Bowers, with co-production by Max Wrightson and co-writing of some tracks by Alex Severn and Michael Dean Parsons. Second project, Queen Charlotte, A Bridgerton Story, covers from the Netflix series, provided for the reinterpretation in a classical music key of pop songs from Bank, Alicia Keys, SCA, and Whitney Houston. Discography: The idea for the cover project arose following the filming of the King's Ball scene, when after a series of songs from the classical repertoire, the director decided to play Alicia Keys' If I Ain't Got You. The song is the only one with 2 versions. The first one is instrumental, while the second one is sung by Keys with a 70-piece orchestra of women of color. Keys explained the creative process and the concept of the project in an interview with Rolling Stone. He spoke to India, and she was telling me how they'd filmed the King's Ball in one particular episode, and they had done 30 takes with a very traditional classic song being played. It meant that the director just ended up using that take, even though they did 30 others. And I think that was the beginning of the seed that got planted. I'd never done the song with an orchestra before, so we wanted it to be really meaningful and purposeful, and that organization is really about giving women a platform, mentorship, and a seat at the table. Getting a 70-piece orchestra of women of color to play is a beautiful extension of that, and an opportunity to really just uplift all the incredible musicians who are part of the orchestra. I really wanted to bring a beautiful diversity to the perspective of this idea of royalty, which is already happening naturally in the show. Reception: On the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, a percentage of 42 critics' reviews are positive, with an average rating of. The website's consensus reads, "A resplendent romance between 2 of the most interesting characters in the Bridgerton saga. Queen Charlotte is a spin-off that arguably perfects the primary series formula." Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, has assigned a score of 76 out of 100 based on 25 critics, indicating favorable reviews.